Today I'll be reviewing for you something that's a little unusual for me. I'm going to be taking a look at the new fragrance from Jack Henry. And first off, I think we can all agree these guys have been just crushing things lately. I mean, they're releasing all kinds of new stuff and just making huge upgrades to their brand. And this was personally cool for me because I got the marketing email saying that they released a new cologne. And then the same day, this box arrived in the mail with said new cologne in it. I mean, I really had no idea they were releasing a fragrance for one, and then I really had no idea I was even gonna get one, but you know, there it is, and here we are. And I wanna mention too that this is especially cool for me once again because I can actually smell this cologne without dying. And yes, you heard me correctly, without dying. Smelling it without dying. You know, I'm no rocket Scientologist really, but I'm pretty sure not dying is good. This is Balance by Jack Henry. And according to the brand, this scent was intentionally designed to impact your mood by effectively evoking optimism, tranquility, and vitality. They also say it took them 4 years of development to make this scent, and just like the others in the line, it was formulated in-house with scents that have been scientifically proven to help reduce stress, anxiety, create positivity, and even promote better sleep. Price-wise, we got $125 US for 50 mils or 1.69 ounces. I also need to just mention real quick how awesome this bottle looks. I mean, honestly, it's hard to sometimes remember that Jack Henry is a handmade line because their packaging is just worlds above any of us. It's just incredible, and this is no different here. This bottle is super nice. It's really a great size too, and obviously it looks awesome on a shelf too. It looks awesome on the shelf. So for me, this is just the total package. Looking at the formula now, looking into all the things, you know, looking at the notes, I guess you would call it. I'm kind of new to this whole cologne review thing, but looking at the notes in the formula, I think is what you're supposed to say. What they say is included. This is taken from the brand directly. They say it features top notes of bergamot, mandarin, and aqua, heart notes of cedarwood, jasmine, and vetiver, and base notes of amber, patchouli, and musk. And as we go through those notes, I realize, yes, I've told you basically everything about this thing except how it smells. I did that on purpose because I wanted to get all of that out of the way so that I could celebrate a little bit with you guys because I'm actually able to breathe around this fragrance. If you're new to the channel, welcome by the way. You might consider hitting that subscribe button for me. That would be pretty cool. But if you are new, what I'm talking about is I have a pretty nasty fragrance allergy. Sometimes scents make me just choke really bad. It's so friggin' annoying actually, but over the years I've found a very select few that I've been able to tolerate, and I did not expect this to be one. I actually never expect that I'll be able to tolerate and enjoy any fragrance, so it's always a total surprise when I'm able to, and not only am I able to tolerate this, I mean I'm 150% hooked on this stuff. I mean from the first sniff, from the very first sniff, I was completely in love with this scent. This is basically me when I took the first sniff here. I mean, yeah, seriously, this is addicting stuff. And I am trying to hold back a little. I'm trying to hold it back a little because I don't want to come off as over the top and, you know, sound like I'm hyping this, but seriously, it smells amazing and it's not making me choke. So I'm a little excited about it. For me, it smells musky, but not too earthy or even too floral. I don't want to dig myself a hole by saying this, you know, because I'm far from a fragrance expert. Clearly, I've got a messed up nose, so translation for me might be a little off, but when I smell this stuff, I actually get some, you know, notes off of it that remind me a tiny bit of Aventus by Creed. And I'm not saying it's a clone of Aventus. I'm not saying it even really smells like Aventus. I'm saying that there's some notes in there that remind me of some notes in Aventus, which I looked up, and there are a few things that are in both of them. So that made sense to me, and I have to be honest, I'm a little proud of myself for identifying that. I'm a little proud of myself, I gotta say, because I, you know, again, never been able to do that before. I'd like to point out that not only did it not mess my nose up and choke me to death, but it worked so well with my allergies that, again, it allowed me to pick up those notes and similar notes, you know, to Aventus. I mean, honestly, when does that happen? When does it happen? I'll tell you, it doesn't. Lastly, let's mention endurance. I think this lasts a great long time. I definitely smelled it still over 8 hours into the day. It was not as strong, of course, as, you know, when I put it on in the morning, you know, those 7, 8, 9 hour marks in the day kind of does lift a bit. And actually, I think the scent kind of evolved too. It becomes lighter and less musky, I think, but it smelled really good. No complaints whatsoever. Here's also a look for you guys guys what's actually in this fragrance. I want to mention that because I think it's pretty cool. I love Jack Henry's approach to ingredients and formulations. It's just incredible, honestly, to see what they're doing and where they've come from. And speaking of that, their story, the founder of Jack Henry, Kyle Barducci, will actually join me as one of the guests on my podcast for the upcoming 3rd season of Behind the Brew, the podcast. So keep an eye out for that. And as far as this fragrance goes, I gotta tell you guys one more time, I love it. It smells incredible. I absolutely love the bottle. I love that I can actually use this and enjoy it like a regular human. It's so great for me. I just, I'm really excited about that. It gives me hope for future fragrances out there. It's very nice for me, but the final verdict always is up to you. And if you'd like to check out Balance by Jack Henry, you can find it at their shop. The link is down in the description. Buy the subscribe button, by the way. It's buy that subscribe button and that thumbs up, both of which you should give a tap for me. That would just be amazing. Thank you very much in advance for doing that. That, though, will do it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel with me and checking this out. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you next time.